guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin Cosplay, and today we are back as guys with Hunter x Hunter, episode 123.
Yes, last episode we were conflicted because Meruem asked for dialogue. Okay, we know what he did. A lot of people talked about this in the comments too. We know what he did. The thing is, he didn't know any better. That was his instinct. That was what his guards told him he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Now that he's met Komugi and he started to learn what power means, what his role means, who he is, and what humans are, he's questioning things a little bit. So as soon as he got to Netero's, spot for the fight, he sat down and he was like, talk to me, convince me, try to tell me what I should do, what I should not do, like, discuss. But Netero doesn't really have a choice because the people back home that sent them after him, they want him dead. Meruem is too strong. He's too much of a threat.
Yeah.
They won't allow him to leave. So Netero doesn't really have a choice. It's his job. It's on the Hunters Association. So he kept trying to attack Meruem, and Meruem kept sitting down for dialogue, and it was really hard to see.
So Netero used manipulation.
Yes.
He told him that if he could beat him,
No, force him to admit defeat.
forced him to defeat, which is really hard with him.
Well, because Netero's not gonna he's not gonna be defeated till he's dead.
Yeah. Well, see, if he can succeed, and I'm meaning defeated with Netero, it's gonna give him his name, his
Yes.
identity.
So Meruem is obsessed with this. So yeah, he's about to do it, and we're about to actually have the fight. So either we're gonna stay with them and see this, or we're gonna go back with the others and see what's going on with them. But I'm excited either way. So let's jump in this episode without further ado and see what they have in store for us. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to know when these episodes come out, and check out our Patreon for the full reactions, you guys.
Let's go!
Let's go.
I don't think that those are gloves.
Yeah,
They
you
look
think-
like scale.
Do you think he has the power to transform her genetic or DNA or something?
Well, Meruem cannot have eggs. Come on.
Oh, I mean, that's not what happened. They put her in a cocoon, but
Yeah.
cocoon means transformation.
Usually, yeah.
And like, she's obviously different. Her face is different. This is different.
So, do you think that they found a way to modify humans to make them into cameras?
Maybe. We'll see next episode. It's gonna be about that, maybe. Hopefully, because I think it's time we learn what happened to her. But
she is different.
like, obviously, if they left her there, I mean, they didn't expect to be attacked either. But like, she was left without surveillance or anything, so they expected her to come out of this underside. Like, she wasn't supposed to be a threat when she came out of this. So I don't know what state of mind she's in and what we're gonna have to do. Either can we save her, or do we have to kill her? And if we can save her, what is it gonna take?
Okay, we thought maybe at first that with the triage or the selection, they would try to find those with the most net capacity.
Well, that's
maybe to eat them and create new soldiers. But Meruem,
no, it was so he can eat them and keep their abilities.
Okay.
When he eats them, he keeps their men basically.
Sure. But who's to say that he decided to keep them,
No,
transform them,
it wasn't
and make
his
a bigger
thing.
army?
It wasn't his idea. It's the guards that took care of Palm. They found her and they put her in the cocoon. And it wasn't even Meruem. I'm guessing it's Shaya who put her in the cocoon.
Probably.
He's the bug.
Looks like him.
Yeah. It's his thing. But so like, they took care of the threat, but I'm just afraid that since they left her there without surveillance and they didn't kill her, I'm guessing they changed her into what is gonna be an enemy.
Oh.
I'm just wondering if we can save her.
Not a psychotic girl, come on.
And she's already psycho, so yeah. Next episode we'll probably see more of this, and Ikalgo is gonna be the one facing her, but then like, we have allies all around the palace, so perhaps we can have some help.
Maybe.
But Ikalgo, my dude, I'm happy for him. I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
It's definitely different when you ask someone to take someone else's life versus
Putting your own life.
life on the line.
Yeah.
And Ikalgo, like Welfin was saying that, you know, he was facing someone who did not care for his own life. I don't think it's that. I think it's that Ikalgo has a reason to win this fight. Versus, you know, before there's a reason for killing the other guy too, but stopping him is also an answer. You know, it's just that when he left him alive, he wasn't certain that he was gonna get rid of the threat completely. So that's why he was crying, because he felt like he was betraying his friends. When in my opinion, I'm like, dude, first of all, you took care of him. Now he's unconscious. You just lock him up. He's not gonna be able to get out. You took care of him. In my opinion, you did your job, and we can't blame you or fault you for not having the strength needed to kill someone.
True.
You know, it's a lot, and it's not everyone who's capable of doing that. So there's that. The fact that, you know, he stood his ground against Welfin is just confirmation that it's not his fault before. You know, he's got the courage necessary, and he loves his friends just enough, and he's doing his job exactly like they wanted him to. So that's confirmation that he's perfect. He's just a great friend. And, you know, he's doing his job. And that was amazing. That was a battle of willpower, because it was all about defiance, you know. If he defied Welfin, the bugs were moving. If he defied Welfin, the
bugs were growing bigger.
If he was giving in to Welfin, the bugs were basically gonna stop moving, and if he defied him, the bugs were gonna move.
True.
And if Welfin defied him, they were gonna keep moving, and if he stopped defying him, they were gonna stop moving too. So if he was giving in to Ikalgo, the bug, basically it was who was gonna give in first.
Yeah.
Yeah. That made no sense when I said it, but you understand what I meant. And Welfin has been in this spot of uncertainty, like which side am I supposed to be on? But that makes sense considering his own state of mind. I did like the flashback. I did really love the music in the moment, and the whole.
Well, we already talked about the fact that if the camera kind of remember their life as human, or before when it was animals and humans.
Well, for some of them, that turns them into psychos, because they have this humanity that gives them the idea that they can be king themselves or queens themselves and stuff.
With Welfin, that got just me thinking. How many of them are just as conflicted as they are about
a lot? It's not the first time.
You know?
A lot of them are conflicted with what's going on. That's not the first time we've seen one of them question what they should do, because it's instinct versus, you know, what they know in their core is right, because they used to be alive as humans and they used to fight chimeras. So they have this, you know, they're basically aware that what they're doing is wrong, or they have previous dreams and previous goals in their life, and they still want to follow through with that. So with Welfin, what's interesting is that his memories are the reasons why he became what he was. You know, he was so hell-bent on we didn't know, so we just assumed that he was an overachiever that, you know, was selfish as fuck, and he wanted to do everything himself. He wanted to be the one that arrested the intruders. He wanted to be the one that found them. He wanted to be the one that did everything. And this need, perhaps, to be really good to the chimeras came from his own lie to himself about, I remember being human. I had dreams when I was human. I have things that link me to my past as a human. And he was trying to deny that so much that he tried to overdo it on the other side.
Yeah.
But then he's constantly lying to himself, which makes sense considering that, well, it doesn't make sense, but it's ironic that his ability is about telling the truth when he was lying to himself this whole time.
Yeah, but he's not using it on himself, huh?
But then, like, he didn't understand his own ability, actually.
None of them do.
Well, in his case, he didn't know how to stop it. Like, he knew how to send it, but he wasn't in control of it at all, considering he didn't know how to get rid of the bugs. And he's saying it's because he never cared about what happened after, but in my opinion, it's because he didn't have it in him to see the end of it, you know, to if he asks of others to let go and follow orders and stuff, and he's not capable of doing that, then the ability is not complete, because he's not complete.
True.
He's not a true character. He's lying to himself.
That's a way of saying it, yeah.
But then the thing with Welfin is that I never really took him seriously. And I think he's more of a joke than anything.
Oh.
So to see him like that, and like as soon as he got in the room and he got shot, he just crumbled. So
Completely lost credibility. Yeah.
That says two things to me. Yes, one, he lost credibility, like he's not as strong as he's pretending to be. But two, compared to Ikalgo, his motivation for being there was a joke. Which now we know to be true because he was there to try to overachieve because he wanted to deny himself his feelings and his memories. Mm-hmm. So you compare that, like, oh, I'm gonna pretend to be the best chimera in order to forget that I remember being human and I have other aspirations as a human, versus I found the true friend and I want to protect him. You're gonna lose. Obviously. But at least we saw it through. Now he seems at peace, and
his journey is over now.
His journey is over. He can perhaps become an ally. I mean, if now he understands his ability, maybe he can use it to help us. Maybe in the future.
Maybe.
Because I'm pretty sure, like, we're coming out of this arc with a few chimera friends. I'd rather have chimera friends than all of them die because, like, I don't want...
If they can switch sides, that's the better.
We have Meruem and Ikalgo, and if they don't die, we're gonna keep them as friends. And even, like, what's his name? The first one that switched, like, the one we liked in the beginning. It's been a while.
I forgot his name.
Yeah. Anyway, you know who I'm talking about. The guy that with the
one
wings.
with the wings. The one with the Meruem's brother, yeah.
Yeah, him. I mean, he was the first one to switch, and we were rooting for him.
I forgot his name.
We haven't seen him in a while. Well, we've saw him, but we haven't heard his name in a while.
We have to look it up somehow.
But anyway, he was definitely, he was a chimera we could root for because of his motivation. Yeah. And then after that, he switched because his motivation switched. Mm-hmm. And now he's totally on our side, sort of. And I mean, it's not... We have, like I said, we have 2 chimera friends already, so another one, like, he literally helped Ikalgo. So as soon as this is over and we all get out of the palace, hopefully, I mean, Ikalgo can speak for him.
True.
And, yeah, I'm not saying he's going to be a great ally because, let's be real, I don't see him as a good warrior or anything. But it was, I did feel for him in the flashback. Like, he was close to the previous leader of NGL. Mm-hmm. And we still don't know what happened to him. I know people talked about this in the comments about how we don't... Like, we assumed it was Yuppie.
I don't know, but
I remember
the shape of his head kind of looked like it.
But we just assumed because Yuppie was born right after.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that, we would have seen a guy like that whose past we saw, and it was all about, we saw his backstory, we saw how strong he had to be, and fighting back was a thing for him, that he had to, he had to learn how to fight back, otherwise he was not going to survive, and the betrayal and stuff. Like, we went through all this shit with this character, and then nothing.
Yeah.
So we were like, we assumed it was Yuppie, but then people were saying that there's actually, they think there's proof that he's one of the chimeras that escaped. So he would be out there, like, doing his thing. Perhaps.
Who might he be, you think?
I don't know. I know that, the manga's not over. So maybe he's a character that's supposed to come back in the future and we just don't know about it.
Maybe.
But in any case, opening this door with... it might lead to nothing, but Welfin just reminiscing and remembering a friendship that literally saved his life. How creepy were his parents?
Yeah.
Ugh. But yeah, he saved his life and he had this bond with the leader of NGL. And they became brothers.
Jiro?
Jiro, yeah, thank you. And, Jiro? Yeah.
Jiro.
And, they were close, and he still remembers that. There's a beauty in that, because it's kind of like we're saying, like, both of them died, and they came back as chimeras, but the bond was so strong that it's the one thing, they remember, at least he remembers. So,
I do hope that Jiro also remembered the bond.
I don't know. I don't know if it was, if his connection to him was just as strong, but, I think that there's a beauty in that, saying that even after death, the bonds that you had with people are still there. And so for Welfin, if we have a future, if we go somewhere else, then the adventures of Welfin...
his journey is not done yet.
Well, no, he's got his. We said it before. He's got his own anime going on, and as a protagonist, like he's just the first arc is over, and like maybe he can go on a chase and try to find him.
Finding Jiro.
Yeah, I mean, if he's out there, he can do that. So for Welfin, if we have a future, I think we can send him on his way on a chase to find his friend.
A couple of fillers, that'd be nice.
A couple of fillers. Yeah. But I mean, I'm not saying Welfin is my favorite character, so I'm happy to see an end to this struggle.
He's fun to watch.
He's fun to watch.
He's fun to watch.
Yeah, he's definitely fun to watch. I would have preferred to see Meruem and Netero, but I'm really happy for Ikalgo's.
And a couple of episodes, like 10 or more.
I am happy that Welfin's story has come around. And that now he's no longer conflicted, so now we can stop wondering what the hell he's gonna do. We're finally gonna get to see what happened to Palm, so this is great.
Finally!
Yeah, and I'm really proud of Ikalgo and his realization that this battle he could do, this stand he could take, and he did it great. He did it well, so I'm really happy about that. And that's pretty much the episode.
All right.
So we're gonna stop it here. Yeah.
Do you think that we're gonna go back to Palm? Because we're not gonna go back to Meruem and Netero.
No, I think we
not
need
for
to
now.
we need to see Palm a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit. They jump around a lot. I don't think we have to go back to Gone right now because nothing is happening over there.
The hour is not done.
The hour's not done.
Like maybe half an hour maybe? No?
No. I don't know. But I think
What's the time frame now?
I would like to focus on Palm and maybe see a little bit of the fight with Meruem and Netero.
Okay.
Perhaps.
Alright.
So thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't, the next one will be on YouTube next week, guys. So stay tuned and we're gonna see you then.
Bye.
Bye, guys.